Hello everyone, this is General and welcome back to another Let's Play Cities Skylines. So in our previous episode, I believe we expanded our roads and now we have a super nice high capacity road that will connect our two districts. As you can see here, the beautiful bridge, and we also built a dam, which is currently giving us a fluctuation between 80 megawatts and 48 megawatts. So that is wonderful. And if you notice, you can actually have cars run over it, or run through it, if you so wish for that to happen. At least I think you can. Ah, here we go. So if I wanted to... Okay, so it'd still be a low capacity road after I expand it, so not worth it at the moment. Or ever, actually. So we have 3 hearses currently in use. I'll probably increase that. Unique buildings. Haha! We actually never really looked at this. So there are different tiers of unique buildings to draw tourists. The statue of shopping. Let's build one right over here. Boom! That is our first unique building, and now let's continue building additional ones. Friendly neighborhood park. This seems nice. Let's build it. I would like it if I could, you know, build it in slightly less disruptive area. I'll do that right here. I am now going to build a transport tower. Just for the heck of it. Ta-da! Dun, 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 dun! Our tier 2 is that, and then now we just have to wait for tier 3. Could probably also expand the subway as well, if we so wish to. But for now, I am actually going to build another botanical garden right here. Actually, no, I'm going to build it right here in the middle of the city. Right here. Okay, there we go. That should help out most of the population. Alright, so let's check our stats. We still have a lot of sick people. Fire hazard currently is still relatively high. Let's see. Okay, so we don't have a fire station over here apparently. I must have deleted them to build this giant highway. Well, not highway, but expanded road capacity. And we're low on water apparently. So let's bring this guy all the way to 150%. Oh, I should probably bring this guy back up so I can expand my medical capacity. Pipeline problems. Pipeline problems. I think we're reaching everywhere. Oh yeah, we got the big city! The big city! Now we have a crematorium and a water treatment plant. Alright! So now we can get a third loan and we can get the solar power plant in the grand city once we have 19,000 citizens in our city. Alright, well let's see what we can do with this guy. Ooh, drain capacity. Not bad. So don't want to pump raw sewage into bodies of water? You can build a water treatment plant to reduce the environmental impact of the city. I guess I have to build it right here. Well, let's do that. Just in time. I'm sure they planned this. They knew that by the time you get to like this stage, you're gonna want a water treatment plant. And I'm gonna fast forward this so we can see that this get updated a little quicker. So you can see that sewage is at that 500,000, and I guess we don't get any water back, huh? I figured we'd have gotten some water back, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Although I feel like I probably should have put the treatment plant in front. That's okay. Well, get some water over here. Connected to the grid. And now we are at full capacity once again. At least related to that. And now let's get a crematorium over here. Let's see. Modern way to process the departed. I'm thinking we're gonna need to expand this road, to be honest with you. Let's see. Let's get a 4-lane with decorated grass. Or not. Alright. I will leave that the way it is, and then I'll build our crematorium right next to the cemetery. Oh, this is actually a positive building, surprisingly. Alright, crematorium, so it's doing its job. Health, currently a fair amount of people buried. Let's see, capacity for health. Looks like we can probably increase the budget a little bit more. So increase it back to 100%. See where we stand in terms of capacity. Still the same. Guess capacity doesn't change, alright. Makes sense that it wouldn't. Alright, transport tower. We can get some tourists. Not bad, not bad. Although small roads doesn't really help it. So I think in the future iteration when I do build another city, I am going to make sure that I start off with bigger roads. Garbage is piling up. And these guys are just not cutting it anymore, huh? Oh, I need to upgrade the roads. So let's do that. Get some grass. Alright. And then here, still have some public transportation that we can do. I can actually build buy additional land. And it doesn't look like it matters as to how many depots I have. As you can see here in the stats, we are making some loot. The bigger the budget, the more buses are available in the city. We're not making too much tourist money, but we are making a lot of income from our industrial and office income. So let's manage the districts, or actually maybe even try to expand the district. Oh, there we go, just gotta click on it and then that'll expand it. So let's modify some of our policies. Recycling is a thing here. Big business benefactor here, and let's see if we can can do an education boost. Boost the education budget and make young adults automatically choose education over working. Recreational use? No. Pet ban? No. Let's reduce the risk of fire. Now let's see how this destroys our budget. Once again. Tax raise for low residential value. Oh wait, for low density residential. Sure, why not? Tax relief for offices. I always have plenty of offices. Alright, so we've only built 2 zones so far, and there's plenty more. We can expand really, you know, in any direction at this point. And it looks like there's even more to expand to. We've barely built a massive city yet. But I think, whoa, this one's on fire! So you can, see a top-down view. You can see the level of detail in this game. And let's just kind of explore our city for the this last episode. Alright. Here is where all of the candy and all things superstore, the department store looks like. And it's very loud down here, but I can understand why. There is a fire at the drone. Discount sales and also discount fire. There you see the firemen going in to Leighton Phillips extinguishing fire. And fire trucks toiling in the hoses, and we are now saved the day. Alright. You can see Applegate Square is still doing pretty well. Let's check out kind of how each district is doing. Let's check out the stats, how we've done so far. So 3,300 population, we have children, lots of adults. You can see the pie chart here. Everything gets separated. We have quite a few elders, 720. Land value, average land value is about 29 sims per meter squared. And then this one is Garland Heights, and it is a little bit cheaper here for the land value, but not too much different from Applegate Square. There's lots of adults, similar stats. And then we have our 2 industrial zones. There are no residents in this district, so it's purely work. Very rare visitor count. So we just have the worker count right here, about 3,000. And if you check down here, population's very close to that number. Population, it's actually people living in this one. Oh, probably right here, that one house. But more or less 2,600 workers. Very few people living there. And land value is going to be really low because it's heavily polluted. And then this city of ours, a little bit better, but the population is much higher, of course, because of the high density. The land value is about the same, more or less. And you can see that there's a lot of young adults, a lot of adults, a fair amount of seniors as well. Some children, but relatively decent distribution here. And let's check out our electrical grid. We're producing more than we're consuming, which is always good. And we are doing pretty well with the water consumption. And then we also have garbage, which is a kind of a pain in the butt. As you can see here, that we are we're pretty close to capacity, so we're barely hanging on. I mean, 94% usage is a lot. And we need to incinerate more trash, or enact recycling. And then the health, we're at capacity of 800, and I actually misread this earlier, but it looks like there's only 366 citizens, so we're doing much better this time around. Average household is about 73%, not entirely sure what that means, but maybe people are just really healthy. And relatively low fire hazard, but it seems to be pretty good. And then police crime rate is very low. We only have 2 police departments. Education, it's okay. We're a little bit behind, but we can always fix that with raising our budgets and building more schools. And you can see that the distribution has gotten a lot better since we began, right? Before it was 100% uneducated, now we have 47% educated, and then you have more educated people, 23%. And now you can actually build a university, so if we wanted to be cool, we could just be like, boom! Education University at Oriental Park. So now let's check our public transportation. Here we have 611 people riding the buses per week, and then 514 for the subway, so not too bad. You know, 1,100 every week, it's not too bad. And then we have the leisure activities. I don't particularly know how to read this chart. Actually, never mind. These people are relaxing, these guys not so much over here. Red is very angry people. And you can see that our unique buildings, you can actually build more than one apparently. Huh. The Mall of Moderation. So let's build one randomly, like right here. Alright, so now we have even more people lazing around, enjoying their life, which is always good. Alright, so let's look at the final statistics board, or final dashboard here. We can actually increase our low density residential taxes. Climbing the social ladder. Now you guys have to pay more money because the rent is too damn high. Alright. Weekly residential low income, and then we actually have weekly residential high income. So this is going to increase dramatically now that we've raised it to 10%. We'll also probably kick a lot of people out. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like, you know, people have high demand for residential zones, so they're willing to probably pay for more. And this is only the low density zones. If I wanted to increase the high density, I could do that as well, but 9% is pretty good here. We're gonna get more money if you have a lower tax rate or high density, because more people are just gonna move in. And so now, really, you can make a lot of money if you just adjust the tax rates. I haven't played around with it too much as we played through this, but I hope that this was kind of a good introductory demo of me playing the game, and hopefully you've gotten some tips and tricks on what to do and what not to do. It's relatively easy to make money in this game, so it takes some talent to bankrupt yourself. But I mean, it does happen. I almost did it myself because I wasn't aware of, you know, this freaking weekly policy's expenses. I mean, that really destroyed me. But I mean, if you build like the basic 3 things here, and then, you know, you very slowly implement these other utilities that are required, then you can definitely build a really big city without bankrupting yourself. And I think as you continue to go, you'll actually be able to, you know, make a whole bunch of money. If you focus on tourism, that'll be good too. I think that'll bring in a lot of money. And I probably have another video after this just to show you guys the progress of the city. I might not even build the city. I might just start a new one and just kind of show, like, demo it out, kind of show you guys what I've done with that. But otherwise, you know, we didn't specialize in any industry specifically. We just kind of played the default, you know, okay, we have commercial zones, industrial zones, and you have residential. We didn't do too much with, you know, farming or oil, and maybe in the future we will, but for now, hopefully you guys got a good insight demo of this game, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as I do when you purchase it. But do let me know in the comments what you thought of, like, this mini-series, and I would like to thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you next time.